6:43, welcome back. Social media has become part of our everyday lives. Who doesn't love to post when something good happens? But what about when it comes to posting your children? How much is too much? 8 on Your Side is exploring the dangers. Gone are the days of capturing your memories on film and putting those photographs in baby albums. Now, parents can post those birthdays, trips, achievements, and embarrassing moments on social media instantly and without a second thought.
I sometimes call Facebook the modern day baby book.
And while some posts can be harmless,
I do it just so family can keep up with looking at them and stuff because they don't get to come here often.
sharing too much can come at a cost.
I saw a couple of my friends posting pictures of their kids sitting on a toilet, for example.
And there's just not a lot of guidance out there yet for parents. And
Stacey
so-
Steinberg is a parent and a legal skills professor at University of Florida Levin College of Law. She studies and has written articles on this new cultural norm.
It's different than when we share with just our close family and friends. We sometimes have very large news feeds, and we should think about who might be on that news feed, who might want to hurt their child or harm their child.
And a child's social media footprint can start before they're even born. Think baby announcements and ultrasound pics. Researchers found by the age of 2, 92% of toddlers have their own digital identity.
Because we're the first generation of parents experiencing social media, I think that it's really tempting to think of our interests when we share online. It's a lot harder to kind of step away from ourselves and think of our kids.
Posts can take away a child's privacy, put them at risk of identity theft, and even cause embarrassment or bullying, according to psychologist Dr. Wendy Rice.
You don't want to make fun of your child, belittle them, put them down. If you're going to share positive stuff, because that can just have lasting effects on kids.
So how can you protect your children? Steinberg has come up with some best practices. Parents should use caution before posting their child's location or full name. Parents should also give older children veto power. And never share embarrassing or photos of them undressed.
I think that parents should also consider the longevity of a digital footprint, that the information that they share now could exist years into the future.
Well, right now, California is the only state with an eraser law which permits minors to remove or to request to remove content or information posted about them on the internet. So this is just, I mean, I learned so much with this story. And then afterwards, I kind of have noticed when certain friends post a lot on Facebook or social media or anything like that. And we were just talking, there are mommy bloggers out there who have refused to take down information about their kids because they make a living off of these blogs. So
yeah, and when I post pictures, I always try to be so careful, like not to show where they go to school or, you know, to give any kind of information that would lure people to them. But got to be so careful as a parent.
Well, and exactly. That's what they said. You should consider things like that you just mentioned. And if your child is more sensitive.
Right.
That's another indication.
Oh, yeah. I definitely listen to them.